I'd like to call this second meeting of May to order, the Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting. If you would, Commissioner Castlen.
If you would join me in prayer, and afterwards we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. Heavenly Father, thank you for the grace that has been shown to our community and the many opportunities and abilities we have to extend your love and kindness to our fellow citizens. May all in our community always hear your guidance in our minds and hearts as we make decisions that affect our sisters and brothers. Please help that our actions reflect the love your Son taught us to share with one another. In your name we pray, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Castlen. Jenny?
Item 1, consideration for presentation. A, proclaim May 2023 as High School Heroes Month and recognize the following 2023 graduating class of high school heroes. Vicki Swift is here to recognize those individual names.
You want to read them off first, or you want me to read the proclamation first? Okay. Daviess County, Kentucky Proclamation, Office of the County Judge Executive. Whereas blood donors play a vital role in the healthcare system of Western Kentucky, which includes Daviess County, and whereas voluntarily donating 1 unit of blood may save as many as 3 lives, and whereas 15% of the blood supply is collected from high school blood donors, and whereas the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center ensures the safety of the blood supply and successfully recruits, collects, processes, and delivers 100% of the life-saving blood products as needed in Daviess County. And whereas these Daviess County, Apollo, Owensboro Innovation Academy, and Owensboro Catholic High School students have met the high school hero requirement. Now, therefore, I, Daviess County Judge Executive Charlie Castlen, do hereby proclaim in Daviess County, Kentucky, May 2023 as High School Heroes Month and recognize the 2023 graduating class of high school heroes and encourage all healthy citizens to follow their example and donate blood regularly. Presented in Daviess County, Kentucky, this 18th day of May 2023, Charlie Castlen, Daviess County Judge Executive. If you'd like to come up and get that proclamation, and then if you want to introduce your guest, we'll get a picture afterwards. All right. Thank you.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vicki Ellis. I'm the Director of Communications Development and Recruitment for the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, which is your community blood center. Tonight we're here to award 28 high school students who have earned the status of high school hero. And if you are wondering what a high school hero is, I'm about to tell you just really quick. To qualify as a high school hero, you must successfully donate blood a minimum of 4 times before you graduate high school, or volunteer 4 hours of your time, or any combination of the two. So to start with, 10 students from Apollo High School have earned that distinction. And I just want to say really quickly, the students, if you are here, if you will come up, receive your award and your cord and return to your seat. Also, if you could hang around afterwards, we would like to take a group photo. Want you to note that the solid red cord is a symbol of courage, willpower, and strength. It is to be worn during each commencement ceremony so that all can recognize the bearer as a high school hero. So we'll begin with Apollo. And these are not in alphabetical order, so it's going to be random. Sierra Boyles. Miss Kim, you want to help me? Okay. David Murphy. Give him a cord. Peyton Clark. Michael Lowe. He just came and donated before he came here, so that's 5 for him. He's an overachiever. Kaylin Payne. Harrison Dilbeck. Daniel Gregg. Alexis Case and Chloe Kirk. Okay, next we'll move to Daviess County High School. Daviess County also has 10. Anthony Luna. I have to tell you something special about this guy.
Okay.
This guy overachieved by a lot, a double. He gave a whole gallon of blood, so he gets an additional award.
Wow.
Here's your 1 gallon donor milestone, and here's your high school heroes. Logan Calhoun. Anna Robinson. Brianna Griffith. Austin Kellums. Nicholas Husk. Mackenzie Doyle. Isabella Hatcher. And Charlie Ann Huckleberry. All right, no Isabella? Okay. We will move to Catholic High. Catholic High had 3, one of which has already picked them up, and that was Rachel Traylor. So Isabella Wood, Abby Burns. Okay. Owensboro Innovation Academy, Easton Rowan. And OHS, Matthew Oost, Casey Kessinger, and Lindsay Gibson. In total, our high school students in Daviess County alone donated 384 units of blood this school year. When you multiply that by 3 components, that's 1,152 components of blood. In the 5 counties that we served, there was a total of 755 units of blood. So 37.3% came from Daviess County.
Wow.
Very proud of these guys.
All right. Let's go down front, commissioners, and get a group picture of all these.
If you want to have them come up, I don't know if you want to do it by school.
Can I have all the high school heroes come join me?
Lindsay, your mom was precious. Her face was glowing when you walked up there. Oh, well, the lady you're with.
Okay. So, right there. Come on right there. You there? Fill on in. Fill it in. Fill in there. So that spot for me, right here. Then we're good to go.
Never crossed my mind. All right, everybody, smile.
Act like you like each other.
It's a little hard sometimes.
Nah, I get it. Gotta be in my shoes.
Jordan, we all right?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you all.
Before y'all get out of here, I just want to say thank you to all you young people for what you've done. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Jenny, next item.
B, proclaim May 21 through 27, 2023 as Emergency Medical Services Week.
Commissioner Marksberry.
Daviess County, Kentucky Proclamation, Office of the County Judge Executive. Whereas emergency medical services, EMS, is a vital public service, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves survival and recovery rates of those who experience sudden illness or injury, and whereas EMS has grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine, and whereas the EMS system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of EMS teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills, and whereas it is appropriate to recognize EMS providers by designating Emergency Medical Services Week. And now, therefore, Daviess County Judge Executive Charlie Castlen does hereby proclaim May 21st through 27th of 2023 as Emergency Medical Services Week, and urge the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities presented in Daviess County, Kentucky, this 18th day of May 2023.
Thank you, Commissioner. And we had the person who said they would be here, Rhonda Bergstrom. Are you here? All right, come on up. Go to the mic.
James actually has the remarks.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Good evening. My name is James Paris. I'm from Owensboro Health. I'm the EMS program coordinator. I want to thank you for the recognition of the brave men and women who proudly provide emergency medical care to the citizens of Daviess County during the patient's time of need. As the EMS program coordinator for Owensboro Health, we strive daily to be the EMS Center of Excellence. I am proud to say that I work beside these individuals every day who are very dedicated in providing the emergency care that is needed. These individuals are the true heroes of our community. They are willing to wake up in the middle of the night and to assist any patient who is calling in their time of need. They are very dedicated and are prepared to respond when called upon. I just again want to appreciate the recognition of the proclamation and the support of our first responders in our community. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. We're glad to recognize them because we know the good work they do, and we know that, and it's whether there are paid people or the folks that, you know, the volunteers that partner with them.
Yes, sir.
Our community is very blessed.
Yes, sir.
So, commissioners, you have any comments? Otherwise, we'd like to get a picture with you.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Yes, come on. Come on.
Jordan, do you need someone to go around back?
I'll make it work. All right. You are now. We'll let them get pictures and then I'll take one.
Got it. All right. Go ahead.
Just to make sure that we include everyone, the families of each one of the first responders, we really give you a heartfelt thank you, because when they come home, you got to deal with everything else they went through that day. And so it is a task for each one of the family members, especially that are here, to support them in the ways you do. So thank you very much. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jenny?
C, drug addiction presentation by Dr. RonSonlyn Clark.
Dr. Clark, welcome. Jordan, is this mic on or no?
It should be on.
Okay, all right.
I am here representing the Daviess County Alliance for Substance Abuse. Our community doesn't have a drug problem. We have multiple drug problems. Most critical to us today is the use of methamphetamines and opiates, especially fentanyl. Approximately 69% of individuals entering treatment in Owensboro and Daviess County are there primarily for the treatment of methamphetamine. At the state level, that number is 55%. Secondary to the issue of meth in our community is marijuana, with a total of 64% entering treatment for marijuana. The third most used here in our area is alcohol at 42%, compared to 52% statewide. Lastly, and increasing every year, is the use of opiates. and most importantly, fentanyl. Opiates come in at around 35% of those who enter treatment. Methamphetamine and fentanyl, two drugs not made from plants, but from chemicals, are defining the new drug world and have formed an unmercifully addictive, mind-altering, deadly concoction. As we navigate into the third decade of the meth epidemic, we've learned meth is not going away, and we have now developed a twin epidemic of meth users also using opiates. The methamphetamine we see today in our community is not the meth of old. What we currently see is no longer made with ephedrine cold medications. Individuals are not in the woods cooking meth in dangerous situations or riding around the bypass with one-pot labs. The meth today is made from a variety of legal and available substances in Mexico. It is then illegally imported into the United States, where it is often cut with other substances. This new meth has been around us for about 10 years. Today's meth is more powerful and has greater purity. It puts more people into deeper levels of mental illness and homelessness. More people are going to jail and having serious physical health issues. The price of meth is low. However, for the dealer, the price can be doubled if you cut it with fentanyl. We are entering the world of synthetic drugs. Few drugs, with the exception of marijuana, will be grown. Growing requires land, cultivating, rain, a growing season, and workers in the field. Synthetic drugs require chemicals and a warehouse to manufacture, day and night, year-round. It makes economic sense to manufacture thousands of pills a night compared to a single harvest of a crop. Fentanyl is an immensely popular drug. 90% or more of our drugs today are laced with fentanyl. It's easy to manufacture and smuggle. It's cheap and highly addictive. It's such an enticement that dealers don't dare not to mix it in. Users will come to a dealer who puts fentanyl in their drugs. If you put fentanyl in other drugs, then you'll create a new opiate user who will need to buy it daily. One may need to buy meth 1 or 2 times a week. Putting fentanyl in it means you need to buy it 2 to 3 times a day. In the drug world, an overdose is an advertisement that this drug is very good. Many unsuspecting users don't even know there is fentanyl in the drug they're using. Today, I tell people if you're going to use, you need to assume it has fentanyl in it. Fentanyl changes everything. In 2021, there were more than 1,791 Kentuckians killed by accidental opioid overdose. According to the Office of Drug Control Policy, over 1,500 of those deaths involved fentanyl. While I have mentioned the top drugs in our community, let's not forget that we have plenty of cocaine, benzodiazepines, sedatives, psychedelics, hallucinogens, kratom, marijuana products, dangerous over-the-counter prescriptions, drugs put in vape devices, smoked, ingested, snorted, and used intravenously, and alcohol. We always have alcohol. What do we know? We know substance use is a public health crisis. Those using opiates and methamphetamine have entered treatment at twice the rate in the last 10 years. Treatment is necessary to reduce their depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts and attempts, and family and societal violence. Treatment is necessary to reduce incarceration rates. It promotes employment and reduces the use of social services. For every $1 spent on treatment, $4.52 is returned to the community for services that are no longer needed. Communities must come together to re-examine ideas, customs, and policies and become willing to innovate. Let's find ways to gather the local talent, leverage their energy and expertise, and find a way to work together. We know we are better when we work together as a community. Community involvement is imperative to the recovering individual. You protect the community best by getting addicts into sobriety. Owensboro and Daviess County is a strong community, and we are blessed to have many services that offer care to the recovering individual with many levels of care. But we still need more. An important factor in the recovery process is the presence and involvement of people who believe it's the person's ability to recover. Persons who offer hope, support, and encouragement, who also offer and suggest strategies and resources for change. Owensboro and Daviess County, the challenge is now and it's here. What can you as an individual or you as a member of a group do to help promote recovery? We are only as strong as our weakest individuals. Our best defense against the devastation drugs have done is to bolster community involvement. Addiction thrives in isolation. Recovery thrives in a strong community. People can and do recover. The challenges that lie before us are many. Thank you.
Commentary you shared with us. It gives me a heavy heart as I listen to you, because I know the words you speak are filled with truth. I'm disappointed at some level that all the folks that left a few minutes ago left. If I'd had a clue what you were going to share with us, I would have asked them to please stay, because I think the more people that hear the message you just shared, the better off our community will be. So thank you. Thank you. Commissioners.
Thank you, Judge. Dr. Clark, thank you for continuing to work. I know you retired and worked, so thank you for your work.
Thank you.
The question I have, though, many times we have seen now the opiate settlement funds that are going to be coming from the state, multiple tranches or whatever the case may be. Do you know if there has been any talk or recommendations of uses of those funds that is legitimate, where we as a community can look at preventative measures, having a person maybe that is corralling all of the community together, or anything else like that, please?
Yes, we are looking into that right now from the Alliance. Looking at strategic planning, looking at attacking this from a multiple facet approach, law enforcement, prevention, treatment, and recovery, to include all of this. We want to make it sustainable. Those funds will only last so long. They vary each year, and if they last 15 years, that's great and that's wonderful, but we need to make it last 50, 60 years. We're going at this very systematically to try to make the best decisions we can for the use of that money.
Time is of the essence, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Clark, for all you do, and all of your courts and everyone else that does it. It's a tough task every day to see whenever that lives are taken, families are destroyed. It truly is. Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Commissioner
Clark.
I just want to say thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
I know because you've made this your life, that your heart is very, very tight towards helping people in recovery, and I thank you for all you've done over the years.
I've been honored to work with this population now for 34 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I want to give you a round of applause. Jenny.
D, Treasurer's Report for April 2023.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. As of April 30th, 2023, the total cash balance is $69,557,139 for all funds. General fund balance is $33,322,305. All funds are operating within expected ranges, and I have nothing else to report.
Commissioners, do you have any questions, Mr. Johnson?
No, I don't.
Hearing none. Next item, Jenny.
2, consideration for approval, A, minutes of the May 4th, 2023 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions or any corrections, deletions, or changes to the minutes?
Nope.
Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
B, all claims for all departments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
I will entertain any questions that the court may have on the claims I have presented in your binders.
Commissioners, any questions, Mr. Johnson? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
C, fund transfers.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. This fund transfer is an annual exercise where we transfer funds from the Solid Waste Operating Fund to the closure and post-closure funds to cover future expenditures related to the ultimate closure of the West Davis County landfill. This is a requirement by state law, and our methodology is that for each ton of material that goes into the contained landfill, we will transfer $1 to the closure fund and 25 cents to the post-closure fund, minus any interest earned by the respective funds for the range. The request is to transfer $257,837 from the Solid Waste Fund, with $218,984 going to the Closure Fund and $38,853 going to the Post-Closure Fund. I request your approval.
Any questions of the treasurer?
No.
Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
D, salary schedule for fiscal year 22-23 amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. This amendment is to add the Battalion Chief Training Safety Officer position to the salary schedule. This position has been approved by yourself and is included in the fiscal year 23-24 budget and is being hired now to prepare for the upcoming fiscal year training schedule. This merely gives me authority to pay the position in this fiscal year. The single change is highlighted in red in the document in your binders, and I request your approval.
Commissioners, any questions of the treasurer?
No.
Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
E, Resolution 16, 2023, accept and adopt Valley Brook Trace.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Brasher, if you want, since these are 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, almost identical, if you want to speak to each of them right now, just expedite.
I can. This resolution, the following three, all are dealing with Deer Valley subdivision. Those plans have been submitted to my office. They were reviewed and approved. My road inspector was on site and inspected the work as it was being done, and we believe they qualify for Davis County maintenance. I would recommend approval.
Any questions of our engineer? Any questions from the public? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Resolution 2023, House Bill 1, Jail Arraignment Equipment Grant.
No, we're gonna read them all individually, but he's just not going to speak to each one of them.
Resolution 17, 2023, accept and adopt Bridgeview Court.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
G, Resolution 18, 2023, accept and adopt Blue Ridge Court.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
H, Resolution 19, 2023, accept and adopt Augusta Way.
Make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I, Resolution 2023, House Bill 1, Jail Arraignment Equipment Grant.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Got a motion second, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. The Administrative Office of the Courts, in concert with the Kentucky Jailers Association, have selected a final product solution for the upcoming statewide unified virtual court system that will be rolled out in the next fiscal year. Each county that has a jail has been directed to purchase the necessary equipment from a state master agreement specifically for this system, with the counties being reimbursed by a state grant. The resolution is a required part of our grant application to the Department for Local Government and simply expresses our intent to submit an application to be reimbursed for the equipment expense. I would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions of our treasurer?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
J, purchase virtual arraignment equipment from State Master Agreement for the Detention Center.
I'll make a
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion second, Mr. Johnson.
This is the purchase of the equipment for the statewide virtual court system explained in the prior agenda item. The quote for the equipment our detention center would require is in the amount of $39,790.68. Again, this expense will be reimbursed by the Department for Local Government. Jailer Maglinger and myself have reviewed it. We see no issues moving forward. I would recommend approval.
Any questions of our treasurer?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
K, Park Special Event Rental Agreement with the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum for the 20th Annual Romp Festival at Yellow Creek Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second, Mr. Lee.
Judge, this provides for the county to be able to lease Yellow Creek Park for the use of romp during the dates of June 18th, through June the 25th, essentially providing the event space, including parking, the production area, camping, vendors, convenience facilities, security, which shall be provided by the Daviess County Sheriff's Department, any kind of signage, as well as the emergency evacuation plan, which is to be approved by the Daviess County Emergency Management, the Fire Department, and the Sheriff's Department. It does take into an account any kind of damages that are sustained to the facility during the course of the event, and does have a requirement for insurance. At this point, the county attorney has reviewed the document, and I would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions of Mr. Lee?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
L,
Thank you.
renew the following annual bids. Number 8, 2020.3, pavement striping. Number 13, 2021.2, tire repair and maintenance services. Number 15, 2019.4, bulk delivered fuel. Number 16, 2019.4, recycling services. Number 20, 2022.1, concrete crushing services. Number 30-2022.1, wood grinding services. And number 32, 2022.1, fire rescue uniforms.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, and we'll go through these one at a time as far as you addressing them, but we'll vote on them at the end.
Certainly.
Go ahead, Mr. Johnson.
Following annual service contract bids are available for renewal for fiscal year 23-24. After meeting with management from the respective departments, we are recommending renewal for each, given that services have been rendered to our satisfaction, and rebidding would likely only result in a price increase. I will summarize each as follows. Bid number 8, 2020.3, pavement striping to renew with Reynolds Sealing and Striping at 31 cents per linear foot. This is the third renewal.
Any questions of Mr. Johnson?
No.
Bid number 13, 2021.2, tire repair and maintenance services to renew with Best One Tire for the attached schedule of rates. This is the second renewal.
Any questions of Mr. Johnson?
No.
Bid 15, 2019.4, bulk delivered fuels to renew with Valor Oil for the attached schedule of rates. This is our fourth and final renewal.
No questions.
Questions? Next.
Bid 16, 2019.4, recycling services to renew with Dahl and Grotsinger for the attached schedule of rates. This is the fourth and final renewal.
No questions. Next.
Bid number 20, 2022.1, concrete crushing services to renew with Complete Demolition Services at $6.75 per ton. This is the first renewal.
No questions. Next item.
Bid number 30, 2022.1, wood grinding services to renew with O'Brien Grain Farms for the attached schedule of rates for both the landfill and transfer station. This is the first renewal.
No questions. Next item.
Bid number 32, 2022.1, fire rescue uniforms to renew with Siegel's uniforms for the attached schedule of rates with a 5% increase as allowed by Article X of the bid contract. This is the first renewal.
Thank you. Any questions? Hearing no questions, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. M, award RFQ number 2223-62, 12A36 steel plates.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and second. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. This RFQ is for 12 A36 steel plates that will be used as flooring for the mechanics shop at the West Davis County landfill. We are recommending to pursue the lowest and best evaluated quote received by Modern Welding in the amount of $11,280. There were no exceptions to our solicitation. I would recommend approval.
Any questions, Mr. Johnson? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The next item is an unintended duplicate. O, promote Jake Cox to Fire Department Battalion Chief Training Safety Officer, effective May 28th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. A little pause there.
Because like, do we really want to do?
Congratulations, sir.
Not intended. No.
And congratulations to your family as well. Any other comments? No. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
P, promote Nick Wall to Fire Department Lieutenant, effective 5/28/2023.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Ms. Wall, congratulations. There you are. Congratulations to you and congratulations to your family.
Q, promote
Nope,
Quint.
we gotta vote.
Oh, sorry.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Q, promote Quentin Pence to Fire Department Engineer, effective May 28th, 2023.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. And congratulations. There you are. All right. Congratulations to you, sir, and your family. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
R, hire Cannon LeDuff as Road Department Service Technician, effective upon successful completion of pre-employment screenings.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Brasher, this new hire's in the budget, I assume?
Yes, he's filling a vacant spot.
Okay, very good. And congratulations to Mr. LeDuff. And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
S, appoint commissioners to the Reapportionment Committee at a rate of $295 each. Jim Gillis, Paula Strecker, and Bob Whitmer, 60-day term effective May 18th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want, just for the public who may not know how this works, we're required every 10 years. For other levels of offices, they call it redistricting. For county commissioners, they call it reapportionment. And so we're required after the census, and because of the census was delayed because of COVID, we're just now doing this. It was our responsibility to do it. Had to wait until the census figures were released, and so we're just now doing it. Each one of the commissioners supplied one of these names, and we are required by law that each of the people who are appointed must live in a different district, so they can't overlap districts. So just kind of a little history lesson there. And I want to thank all those who have agreed to serve, and thank you, commissioners, for coming up with the individuals who are willing to serve. Any comments from the commissioners? Nope. Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
T, reappoint Reed Hare to the Ohio County Water District, effective 6/15/2023.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank former Judge Hare for agreeing to serve in this capacity. He reached out to me and told me he would like to be reappointed, and so that's why his name's on there. And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
U, appoint David Johnson to a new position on the Davis County Convention and Visitors Bureau, for a term effective 4/20/2023 through 6/30/2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a motion and a second. I want to thank Mr. Johnson. I saw him at some civic event. I don't remember which one it was. I asked him if he would be interested in serving. He had previously served as a member of the Owensboro-Davis County Convention Center before we CVB before we changed the name, and he was a city appointee, but we learned that actually that wasn't how it was supposed to be handled, and so I'm reappointing him to fill his unexpired term. Any comments from the commissioners?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3, consideration for discussion, A, other business to be brought before the Daviess County Fiscal Court, of which I'm not aware of any. B, public comments.
At this time, we would invite the public, anyone who's here wishes to speak on any item other than those items that have been covered on the agenda. If you want to speak, you need to come up to the mic, identify yourself and your address for the record. No takers? Jenny?
C, comments by Daviess Fiscal Court.
Let's see. Today, Commissioner Condor.
Let's go through a little sheet of, okay, who do I start with right now?
I do have a cheat sheet up
He
there.
does. He's got one up there. Just two things, Judge. Happy belated Mother's Day, especially to the people that I serve on the dais, Miss Commissioner Marks Perry and Jenny, and to all those who actually are a mother regardless of whether you gave birth to your child. There are many of those that are out in our community. So that job is the hardest job of being a mom. And I don't know it, but I see it all the time, how difficult it can be. So happy Mother's Day. The last one was, I guess, maybe a recognition for a teacher who has worked for 41 years that possibly Judge Castlen might recognize, but I just wanted to bring it up to remind him to recognize this person. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Castlen.
I'm not sure if the rest of fiscal court wore blue for the Police Memorial Week, but if it's not, intentional, it may be some subconscious thing. So thanks, everybody. But tonight is the 36th annual Police Memorial at 6:30. In Daviess County, it'll be held at Third Baptist Church, which is at 527 Allen Street. And the annual Police Memorial is to show special appreciation for law enforcement personnel, to pay tribute to the brave men and women devoted to keeping our communities and families safe, not from fires, but from other things. And please consider coming out tonight to show your support. And as a reminder, there will be a 21-gun salute towards the conclusion of the ceremony. So letting everybody know in case you plan to attend or in case you live within the hearing distance of the 21-gun salute. Next thing is Flag Day is June 14th, and I'll bring this up again at the next meeting. But the Owensboro-Davis County Veterans Organizations Committee will be properly disposing of American flags that are old and tattered on that day. And they'll be doing this at Panther Creek Park South at 4 o'clock on Flag Day, again, June 14th. So if you're not familiar with Panther Creek Park South, you go past the main Panther Creek Park entrance on White Bridge Road. And as you're heading south, you'll cross the bridge and the park entrance is on your right. And instead of taking your flags there on that day and time, they can be dropped off here at the courthouse. At the south entrance, there is a flag drop box. Or if you're going to be going to the June Rooster Booster, you can bring them there, and we'll have the flag drop box there just for Rooster Booster at the Convention Center.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's hard to follow.
Sorry.
It was a lot of information.
I just want to say thank you again to the high school heroes. I know they've left us, but and all the heroes in our county, the firefighters, first responders, our police department, sheriff's department, everybody that takes care of us every day. We appreciate you all so much. Thank you.
And for those who are watching and you've still got time, as Commissioner Castlen said, the police memorial service is at 6:30, and for anyone who's never attended that, it's well done. And I've always told people once I've been that it might not be something that's high on your list to attend, but once you've attended, you'll be glad you did. And so I would encourage that. The other thing that, and I'm not going to read off the whole list, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I count. We have 10 I'm going to call them Memorial Day week events, starting Tuesday, running all the way through Memorial Day itself, that our community and different veteran service organizations are putting on. The one that's probably the best attended is at 11 o'clock at the Sports Center, and that's one of the things that they do at that event is we do a roll call of all the veterans who have passed away since last Memorial Day. It's a way to honor each and every one of them. And again, I would encourage you, if you don't make it a habit of going to Memorial Day events, I would encourage you to pick at least one of these. I've asked Jordan Rowe, our communications director, to put these on the. There'll be a video promoting them and also a schedule of all of them and the locations that will be on our website. And we'll do the same with what Commissioner Castlen covered on the Flag Day, where you can drop off your flags, something similar, I should say. To try to not be shamed, since Commissioner Condor set this up, the teacher he referred to is my wife. She's taught, he said 41 years, it's actually 40 years of teaching, and she's retiring tomorrow, and it's her last day with kids. And congratulations to her. And also on a personal note, my daughter's birthday is today, and happy birthday to Teresa. So there being no further business to conduct, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.